Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Sutherland here. I'm going to be helping you guys out and reviewing over the D major scale in Arpeggio for the cello. Again, this is for the cello players only, so if you don't play cello, this may be a little bit confusing for you. First, cello players, we're going to go over the exercise's entirety, playing it one time through at 55 beats per minute. So if you have a metronome with you, I suggest practicing on your own, pausing the video real quick, and then playing along with me. If you can do that with no problems, no mistakes at 55 beats per minute, you'll be good for right now, and then you can practice getting better and faster by slowly picking up the tempo every so often, making sure that each time you play it, it's always 100% accurate. So real quick, let's try playing it together if you already played and paused the video. And we're going to start at 55 beats per minute and play the whole exercise from beginning to end. Okay, here's our metronome set here. Let's also make sure that our fingers are in first position above the D string. That's where we're going to start out at. Placing our thumb right behind the fingerboard where our middle finger would be, between the first and second tape here. And our fingers hovering over with our wrist nice and straight. All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and set and play. Shoot. 1 and 2 and set and play. Alright, see I had a little mess up there, but that's essentially how you play the exercise. So let's go over the little bits and pieces if you didn't get that 100% accurate, just like me, okay? So we're going to start by first identifying the scale portion, the first 4 measures of this exercise, or at least really the first two measures, since you're only playing it in 1 octave, and we play it twice in this exercise. First off, we got to find out where the pitches are on the instrument. So we're going to find the open D string, which is right here. This pitch here. Then we're going to play the following pitch after D in the major scale, E, which is first finger on the first tape on the same string. E. Then make sure that our second finger is in the middle, placing our third finger then finally for the next pitch, which is F sharp. The following pitch is G, placing our fourth finger, our pinky, over the next tape. Then we'll play open A, the next string above, which is the highest pitch string on the instrument, A. Then place our first finger again, same pattern we had earlier on the D string, now on the A string, 1, B. 3 fingers on the C sharp, and then high D, fourth finger. Okay? Then let's go backwards. Play D again, the high D. Third finger C sharp. 1 finger B, open A, move our fingers over the D string to place our 4 fingers down for G, then F sharp 3 fingers, 1 finger E, open D. Good. Let's try playing that now real quick, just as chord notes, plucking it, pizzicato, all right? Again, hand in first position, slowly at this tempo, 1, 2, pluck and sing. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Okay, so you can do that really slow, the slowest you can, with 100% accuracy is what you're looking for. When you get that 100% accuracy, nice, smooth, even tempo with the metronome, probably set at 30 beats per minute or 40. And if you can get that, then you can get a little bit faster every single time. So pause the video if you need to right now to practice by yourself. If not, let's go on. Let's try playing that now at the rhythm that's written up on the board, just one time through. Here's the rhythm again. We get the screen a little bit darker so you can see it. It'll be 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Excuse me. Now let's sing it in rhythm. 1 and 2 and sing and pluck. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. And that's one time through in one octave, all right? If you can do that pizzicato, great. Now let's try doing it twice, just like it's written here, the first 4 measures here. Ready? 1 and 2 and set and play. And D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Again, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D. Awesome. Now if you got that down, no problem, let's try using a bow. With our bow now in hand, I'm going to step back a little bit so I can use the bow for the video. We're going to be trying to play this as slow as we can to get 100% accuracy, still keeping the same rhythm. Ready? 1 and 2 and set and play. And D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, E, A, G, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, E, A, G, F sharp, E, D. All right, if you got that, great. If not, try it again. And go back a couple steps to make sure that everything you're playing beforehand is up to par to what you can do on the bow. Okay? So now let's go on to the arpeggio. The arpeggio is only really 3 notes. In this exercise's case, is 4 notes of the arpeggio. We go from the low D to the high D. And we play the 3 notes in between, 2 notes between that. And if you remember what arpeggio is, it's just every other note, essentially, from the very beginning of the scale up to the octave D in this case. So if you had to use intervals, we have to talking about the first note, the first interval, which is D, the second note in the scale, which was E, or the second interval, the third, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. And that's 8 notes. That makes a scale 1 octave. Hence, an octave is 8 pitches, an interval. And interval is the distance from the beginning note to the next note to the next note, and so on. And what we have here is the intervals of the first for our arpeggio, which is the first, D, the third interval, which is F sharp, and then the 5th interval, which is A, D, F sharp, A. And now those 3 notes makes the arpeggio. Then we have, of course, the octave above, which is that high D. So let's break that down a little bit on the instrument and what that's supposed to sound like. We'll just pluck the notes. Let's play the first interval, the first note, which is D, open string. Okay? The next interval I said was the third, or the third note in the scale, which is F sharp. Let's go right into first position and place our 3 fingers down for F sharp. Awesome. Then let's go to an open A, which is the 5th interval, A, open string. Then to the octave, the high D. So put all 4 fingers down in first position and pluck the high D string. All right, let's try that now, just as chord notes going up in that arpeggio. Very slowly, D, F sharp, A, D. Ready? 1, 2, sing and pluck. D, F sharp, A, D. Great, once you have that down, then we can go up and down the arpeggio. 1, 2, sing and pluck. D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D. And it works just like that. Let's try doing it now in rhythm. Ready? And the rhythm here is written is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter. Let's give that a shot. Ready? 1, 2, and ready, sing and pluck. D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D. Awesome. If you did that, great. If not, try it again, a little bit slower maybe. And let's try it now, as written at the very, very end, last 3 measures, playing the arpeggio twice. 1, 2, and set and play. D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D, off. Remember that last note is a half note and that gets 2 beats, okay? Let's try that with bow. This may be a little tricky, so you have to really jump the strings on this one. Not jump all of them, but you have to move your shoulder out to get to those next strings going back and forth, up and down the arpeggio, just like you normally do for the scale, but a little bit quicker now since you're skipping notes. Okay, let's try that very briefly and slowly, actually. 1 and 2 and set and play. And D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D. All right. Now, if you're still having a little bit of trouble with that, I'll give you a little trick to do first. With every note or any sequence of notes that are going up and down, it's called being diatonic or skipping notes. Make sure that we can play those always even with the metronome. And if you need to, you can also just make them quarter notes rather than playing what's written on the page. That's what we were doing earlier. Another trick you can do is do them twice. Play the quarter notes twice for each note. So that way, for example, if you're still having trouble just getting the fingers to move between the notes, you have a little bit more time, but you're still moving the bow back and forth the way you're supposed to with the music as it is. So here's an example of what I mean by that. Let's play the D major arpeggio and play each note twice as quarter notes. And I'll show you what I mean here. Ready, and play. And D, D, F sharp, F sharp, A, A, D, D, A, A, F sharp, F sharp, D, D. And you can always do that much slower and try to take it at your own pace until you're always 100% accurate with your fingers, with your movement of your bow, and how you're arcing the bow across the strings to make sure that you're keeping everything nice and perpendicular across the strings. So I hope that helps. If it did, great. If not, then always try to go back and go over the technique that we talked about in class from way back when. I'll try to make some more videos about just maybe you're having troubles with your bow hold for the cello, or holding it in a good posture where it's balanced, maybe doing the happy dance. And otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Maybe we can help you out at school later on. All right, bye guys. Take care. See you later.